everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and today I am talking January goals. It's not quite 2021 as of filming this, so I'm doing it a little bit early, but I wanted to have this come up right before the new year. Side note, there are people outside making noise. I don't know where they are, and I'm also looking right directly into the front of the house and seeing people go by. So if I like there's a car going by right now, you may hear some car noise, you may hear some people talking, and lots of people walk. It's very active in this neighborhood, so I constantly am looking across. I notice when I go and edit the video, so I just want to put that out there because it is a really nice day and people are out and hopping. So make sure to mention that, and I'm swinging the apple pen around. But I wanted to mention that before I get started today because it's definitely distracting when I go in and edit and I'm like, oh wow, I'm just watching people waltz by the house. So anyway, be prepared for that. I do have my iPad here, and that's why I have the Apple pen, so fleeing everywhere. I am going to be talking about my January goals today. So I'm very excited. I did do a 2021 goal breakdown, and so I have the overarching goals for the year, and then I'm going to be breaking them down and adding in basically 30-day challenges or monthly challenges along the way. And so for the first month, I have actually two main challenges. One is no spend January. I think I've done this every year now for the past few years. It's basically, you don't spend any extra money. You don't do any impulse shopping. You don't shop on Amazon. You don't browse anything. You just shut it all down and you just buy the groceries and bare essentials. I did cover this in my 2021 goals. I'm going to put this down. I keep seeing it fly across the screen. It's distracting even for me, so I apologize. In previous years, I usually make it a goal to eat from the pantry as much as possible. Just use up as much as we can, get the pantry down as much as we can. And this year, because of all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world, the scarcity issues regarding some things, my store's out of stock of sometimes seemingly random things just because of supply chain issues, just because people panic buying. I decided to absolutely not try to go into our pantry or freezer and use up a lot of stuff and try to get it really pared down. I instead am going to try to rotate out. So when the stuff started happening with the world and items got weird where I couldn't find things, I got some weird random things. So I have quite a few odds and ends, random things that I plan on trying to use up this month. Just random things that I could buy when I couldn't buy what I normally buy. And now I've been stocking up on our normal everyday staples, and so we have a good supply of those. I just want to make sure I'm rotating out some of those weird things that we bought, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, why did I get this? Oh yeah, it's because I couldn't find a couple of other things, just so that we would have them and never ended up using all of them. So that's the goal, is to try to, see, there's a car going by, try to use up as much of that kind of random weirdness as possible. It's just kind of odds and ends, random things. I can plan meals around some of them. They can be just kind of random side dishes here and there, but I want to use up those things and then continue stocking up on the things that we do eat. I have a big freezer in the garage now, and I want to have a stack of every frozen vegetable, 2 bags full deep, so I can have 12 things of green beans, because we go through green beans like crazy, 12 things of sweet peas because the girls love sweet peas, things like that, where I just have stacks of the exact right things that we need, no random one-off items that we're going to just forget about in the back of the freezer. So that is the goal for this month, is just kind of do a little bit of a clean out, but I'm sticking to my same budget that I try to stick to, which is about $150. And if I can go a little bit less, that's okay, but I plan on continuing to stock up. And so I did cover this a little bit in the 2021 goals video, but I'm restating it in this video because it's no spend January. We're starting it now, so I'm still gonna stick with that. And the other thing for January is we are still gonna take our date nights. I'm really trying to aim for 2 date nights a month. So that is expensive. You know, paying a babysitter to watch 2 kids is expensive. Another car just went by. It's ADD, squirrel. I want to continue the date nights. That's a really important thing for Johnny and me, to just get some separation from the kids. It's really actually good for Stella to be a little bit away from us. She has been with me her entire life. We've been in the pandemic times. Most of her life she has been home with all of us home. So it's very unusual for her to be around any strangers or any new to her people. It's really good for her too to be around other people because she has really bad stranger danger. It's just kind of her age right now, but it's good for her to realize that, other people aren't scary. And I guess when you're just around your family and that's pretty much it, other people can seem really scary. So I think it's really good for her, and it's really, really good for us, especially for me, because I'm with them 24 hours a day. I definitely need that mental break, and the date nights have been so good, just so good, game-changingly good. And it's a great time for us to reconnect because like during the day, we're on mom and dad duty, you know, it's not much couples time. So that really, really helps to get away, because really like at the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Like the last thing I want to do is like do datey stuff for the most part, you know, but these date nights, I can look forward to those. And so we're not going to cut those out for the sake of No Spend January. We're still keeping those ones in the budget. I want those every month. We will pick cheaper date alternatives. Sometimes we've been going to a little bit fancier, more expensive places, and we're going to kind of cheap out for January. So it won't be as much of an expense, but we're not cutting down the groceries at all. We're just cutting out all extra expenses. There have been a lot of times, not so much this year, but really around Christmas, but overall, like I like to shop on Amazon. I'll be like, oh, it would be really nice if we had XYZ, and I just purchase it on Amazon without even thinking, because it's 10 bucks here, 15 bucks, sometimes 20 or 25 bucks, and I just don't think about it. And those kind of things really can add up. So we're just cutting out all the fluff this month. We're keeping it just to groceries, just to date nights, and that is it. Nothing else, nothing extra. We have enough, I think, like household stuff. I don't anticipate needing any household supplies, but if we need like toothpaste or something, I'll buy that as part of the grocery budget. But other than that, we're just cutting it really tight this month. And so that's my main big goal for this month. My other goal is to use the Apple Fitness Plus. It just came out a few days ago. I am keeping track of like trying out my first 30 days of this because it is a new thing, and I will have a separate Apple Fitness Plus video after my 30 days, but I'm going to try to stick with it all the way through the end of January. Spoiler alert, I am 5 days into it and I already have done the thing where I'm going to sign up for the year. I really, really like it. So that's the spoiler alert. I really, really like it, but I'm going to walk through in that video how the 30 days have gone. I'm going to vlog some of that today. Actually, I'm going to talk about it. I have notes for like my first few days of stuff and how it's going for me, but I'm going to try to stick with that. I'm not doing it every day at this point, but I'm going to try to use that most days, and it's been really nice. I really like that. I like being able to feel the burn in my muscles. So that's my first fitness goal for the year, is just spending 30 days, a little bit more than 30 days because I started it in December, but I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to really get to know the Fitness Plus interface, how it works, and really submerge myself into it. I'm going to give it a really honest go for this month, and then I've got a couple of smaller goals. So one is that I'm going to try to do some Sunday meal prep. So I usually get groceries sometime, usually around the weekend, maybe the Friday before, maybe on the weekends, but I'm going to try to aim for getting groceries somewhere between Friday and Sunday. During that time, I want to do some meal prep, like chop whatever veggies I need for the first part of the week, or if I can put together parts of dishes, put together those parts, and also pull out the things I need to have defrosted for Monday or Tuesday's dinner. So I already have them in the fridge ready to go from the big freezer. Things like that, where I can just think ahead of time, plan out the first part of the week like really solidly, like this is what we're having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then have it all ready to go. So I think that'll help the first part of the week at least. I just want to get back into the habit of doing more meal prep. I used to be really good at it, and then all heck broke loose and I'm out of the habit. So I'm just going to try to attempt that and see if it works, see if it helps lighten the load at dinner time, because sometimes dinner time can be hectic with 2 kids starting to get grouchy, and it's just a lot easier when things are prepped. So I'm going to work on that, and then I also am going to plan on a completely different note, I'm going to try to make 2 Animal Crossing videos a week. I did start a new Animal Crossing channel, so I'll link to that down below, and I'm just going to really try to stick to 2 videos a week, probably 1 gameplay and 1 like tips and tricks type video. I really just love Animal Crossing. I got away from it a little bit because I was working on that peppermint blanket, but I'm done with that now, so I have more time to dedicate to more fun things. So speaking of dedicating more time, I have go in the scrap room twice a week, and that goes with my scrapbook goals. I have goals to make, basically averaging out to a layout and a card per week. Being in the scrapbook room twice a week, and I think between Animal Crossing twice, scrapbook room twice, that leaves me 4 days a week coming in here and doing something fun and creative. It's definitely like me time stuff. It gives me some creative juices flowing, and I think that's good to have 4 times a week, and then that leaves me like 1 night to just like sit on YouTube and do nothing productive. It kind of forces me to get in here, have some fun, and be creative, when a lot of times my go-to is just to like get the laptop, totally veg out and watch YouTube and not think about anything, not do anything productive. I'm still giving myself that one night a week where I can do that if I want to, just right off the bat, do that for a few hours and not do anything. But I really feel better just mentally and energy-wise. If I'm using my creativity, I feel so much better. I get a pep in my step and it's very helpful. So I added those to my goals list on here. And so that's it for the month. It's just some basic stuff I'm going to be working on. The only one that I feel like is going to be really, really challenging is the Apple Fitness Plus, because it's such a new thing to me to move my muscles at all. Honest to goodness, the first couple of days I did this, I was in so much pain because I was so sore, because these are muscles I have not engaged since before getting pregnant, really. Like, I have been a complete lump this last year, especially because of all the things going on in the world. After I run and chase the kids around all day, I'm done. Like, I just want to sit, do nothing, not think about moving, especially not moving muscles I've never moved before. And also, I have no core strength whatsoever because of having a baby. And so like trying to do any sort of crunches and stuff is a lot of work for my muscles right now. So it's going to be a physical big challenge, but it's so much fun too. I'll definitely talk about that more after I'm done with the 30 days. I have a video coming for that. So that's it for January. I would love to know what you guys have as far as your January goals. Let me know down below and we can keep talking down there. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.